Good afternoon, madam. We will present the THT7. I'm the first presenter. Madam is my match number is 201707. First of all, I will define what is small talk. Next page. Small talk is an informal type of discourse that doesn't cover any functional topics of conversation or any transaction that need to be addressed. In essence, it's a polite and standard conversation about unimportant things. In addition, small talk is a bonding ritual and a strategy for managing interpersonal distance. It serves many functions in helping to define the relationship between friends, colleagues, and new acquaintances. Let's move on next page. There are three importance of starting a negotiation with small talk. The first one is reasonable scheduling. When embarking on a new negotiation, consciously building time for rapport building. That might mean scheduling a brief, get acquainted video chat before your first substantive meeting with a new counterpart. The second one is consider the location of the interaction, your office, their office, or somewhere else, because you have more control over the place and substance when meeting on your turf. You should be more willing to use small talk to building rapport. The last one is avoiding controversial topics. This is because the substance of small talk in negotiation matter as well. When making small talk, try to talk about topics on which both parties are likely to bond. Next page. I will suggest three appropriate topics for small talk. For example, their professional interest and responsibility, or the climates. That's all my part. My team member will continue. Thank you.
Okay, hello, madam. My name is Zhang Boyu. My metric number is 201504, and I will give the examples for the three topics provided by Zhang Hui. The first is an example for hobbies. In this example, Jack said, I'm in love with sports. They are talking about the sports. I'm in love with the sports. Do you play any sports? Rose said, yeah, I usually play basketball in weekends. Jack responds that that's great. We can play together this weekend. And the example for the climate is Jack says, beautiful day, isn't it? Rose says, it's beautiful today, but I hear they're calling for thunderstorms all weekend. And Jack said, all right, I'm grateful that I don't need to go work in the weekend. And at last, the example for the professional interests and the responsibilities. In this situation, Rose is a computer engineer, and Jack asked her that as a computer engineer, how do you think about this new computer? Rose said, it's equipped with outstanding hardware and in an appropriate price. And Jack says, so you mean it's good value for money? I may buy it recently. It's about the Rose's professional interests. And next, I will provide the three topics that should be avoided when making small talk. The first is politics. People should avoid talking about politics when small talk because it's very, it could be offensive. And the religions, it also should may be very offensive. And the personal gossip is bad. And when you are talking about that, people will feel you are not good, and they will not give they won't give you a good impression. That's all for my part. And the next.
Hi, madam. My name is Zhang Xin. My metric number is 205161. Next, I will present the opening statement. The opening statement is the first specific statement of what you are looking for in a negotiation. After you have set your goals for the talks, you can consider the opening offer to create the proper setting for the upcoming negotiation that leads to the highest possible outcome that you can achieve. Next page. Next, I will suggest 5 language expressions that can be used in making opening statements. First will be the in my opinion or view. Example of sentence will be that in my opinion or view, computer games cause more harmful consequences than advantages. Next page. The second language expression that can be used in making opening statements is a fact that. Example of sentence will be, it's a fact that smoking is harmful to our health. Next page. The third language expression that can be used in making opening statements is everyone knows. Example of sentence will be, everyone knows that smoking is harmful for our health. Next page. The fourth language expression that can be used in making opening statements is let me start with. Example of sentence will be let me start with the introduction of this topic. Next page. The fifth language expression that can be used in making opening statement is the reason for this is. Example of sentence will be the reason for this is due to the inflation during the COVID-19 pandemic. That's all our presentation. Thank you for listening.